City commissioners voted to increase rates for GRU services just months before a state-appointed board takes over the utility.
TV 20's Emma Delamo tells us one commissioner voted against it.
I think JLAC did.
It wasn't a full house, but Gainesville City commissioners had an important topic to discuss: potential price increases for GRU customers. They would pay a 3% increase in electric rates and a 5% increase in wastewater for the 2024 fiscal year, equaling about $4.75 a month for the average customer. It was a difficult decision for city commissioners because they had to keep in mind that a new state-appointed board will take over the GRU later this year. Responding to a directive from state lawmakers, the city commission is attempting to lower GRU's debt while considering that residents will be paying more. After lots of back and forth, it was time to vote.
The staff recommendation, say aye. Aye. Any opposed?
Nay. Desmond Duncan Walker is the only commissioner to vote against the hike, but others believe they made the right decision under the circumstances.
In a different year where these portions of the state legislature hadn't threatened us and hadn't said that they thought that Gainesville needed to feel pain, we probably wouldn't have made the same decisions because we wouldn't have had to pay down our debt faster than we had previously planned.
Mayor Harvey Ward says they can't dwell on what the new board could do with the revenues when they take over this fall. He can only hope residents understand their decision.
We can only make responsible decisions with the information that's in front of us. I can't play guessing games with the future of our community.
The rate increases go into effect in October and will not affect GRU's gas or water services. Reporting in Gainesville, Emma Delamo, TV 20 News.